Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm excited right now, yo. Here we go. It's that time again. The Corner Podcast. Oh man, I got some stuff to get off my chest. One. Thank you again for tuning in. Oh man, it's been a week. Let's go. Okay, let's get it. Thank you for tuning in to the Corner Podcast. We're coming to you live from JJ Dakotas. I need to stop saying coming to you live because I'm recording it live, but when I put it out, it's not live. So there may be a bit of a misconception. Sorry, guys. But we're coming to you from JJ Dakotas, 9112 West Camp Bowie Boulevard, here amongst the transients, amongst the 7-Eleven and all those good staples and things that we know that if you're from the West Side, you already know what it is. So we're just happy to when I say we, I mean me. We're happy to be here, man. And so this is the Corner Podcast where we just you're not going to get any pool instructions because guess what? I am not qualified, and I was made clear of that earlier today by some of the good friends of mine. However, we are here talking about all things pool, all things tournaments, leagues, just in general. Bro. We just talking crap basically. I'm saying the things that we have in conversation amongst most pool players that are around that I've gotten a chance to know and and just been a privy to. So we are here at JJ Dakotas. Thank you to James. Thank you to Bill, the owners. Thank y'all for creating this space for me, allowing me to post up and be here and just talk about the thing that a lot of us love here, man. And if you're a new listener, man, I appreciate you tuning in. If somebody tells you like, "Yo, check this guy out, check this out," we talking about us. And if you playing not APA, just not only APA, but APA, ACS, BCA, or tournaments that play out of here on the west side of Fort Worth, welcome. Thank you for showing up and being a part of it. We love that. So again, so we're here right now. Uh, I got my girl Ashley behind the bar. She's serving drinks, being hospitable. And if any of y'all know who Ashley is, she gonna get ratchet. She get ratchet. But that's my girl though. She do her thing. And so again, we appreciate JJ Dakotas for helping me out, allowing me to launch this platform from here, and I'll forever be grateful. That's the squad. But if you haven't been to JJ Dakotas, man, it's on the west side of Fort Worth. It is right off of 820 Camp Bowie. Man, if you want to play pool and test your skills, they got 8-foot pool tables. They got 9-foot pool tables. They got 7-foot. So they got all that you want to play on, that you want to practice on, so they can accommodate your needs. And they got all kind of different specials. Sundays and Mondays and Tuesdays, they have unlimited pool for $10, and that's just you, man. Come out, give your ID to one of the bartenders, and you got pool. But as long as you're here for $10, man, that's all you and your man. So if it's like you and six others, that's $10. Buy a drink though, man. They make drinks too. The rest of the time, it's gonna be $10 an hour. So uh, they would appreciate your business, and they will take care of you. The entire staff is really good. So I don't want to just I don't want to just say like this one night is what it is, but the entire staff, I will tell you that there's a lot of great bartenders. There's a lot of good bartenders that will become your friends and family, and they got bartenders that also shoot pool. So if you need any kind of answers on that, if you have any questions, they're gonna help you explain to you some certain things. And so uh, they have they host different leagues. They host tournaments on the west side of Fort Worth, other than a few other places. JJ's is probably one of your top spots to visit if you're just one of those people that want to come in and shoot some pool or whatever. And yeah, appreciate you, homie. But yeah, so I mean, let's. Oh, if your beverage of choice is alcohol or whatever, they got drink specials, man. Happy hour lasts until 6 p.m. On Tuesdays, I feel like they have happy hour. There's some good drink specials. So come in, have a beverage, sit down, have a good conversation, and that's what it is. So yeah, we're here on a Monday night. It's a Monday night here. Normally you would have APA, and you would also have your 2-file 9-ball league tonight. There is no APA here because it is a traveling league, and so the home teams are away. So we wish them well. Hope that they are being successful, that they are doing all the things that they need to do. But to the 2-file 9-ball league, man, appreciate y'all being here. Again, y'all know me. If you've been listening, you know that I have participated in 2-file 9 for some time because some time is what it takes to play in that league because it is a long league. But this is a new session for this particular side. So rooting them on. I know a lot of these players over here, man, and that's what we're all about. Like this, is the Corner Podcast. We talk about all things pool, pool leagues, pool tournaments, just pool culture over here on the west side of Fort Worth. So, and that's why I love to show you a visual of what's actually going on in here. And sometimes you see some of your favorite people. Sometimes you see some of your not so favorite people, but that's between you and them. But I ain't with it. I'm not with that at all. But man, so I always start the podcast like, how has league been treating you? Uh, man, been pretty good. Been pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm captaining a APA team on Thursday, and it's been an experience. Like it's one of those things where you're like, you know what? I want to be a captain until I'm a captain, but I'm not a captain. I'm more like an operations manager. Like I'm not the subject matter expert for you corporate America people who understand those terms. But it's been fun, and it's been fun, and so I can honestly say I am just enjoying it. But what I will tell y'all is this, man. It's good to be here and talking, and I've had conversations with a lot of people. You know, I've been privileged enough to where this weekend on Saturday, I'm going to play in my very first singles regional tournament to qualify to go to Vegas in A-ball. So that means I had to go through our singles board or last chance boards, whatever it is. I did that to make it to this point. Now I'm going, I'll be playing at Wizards for regionals. And so I looked this place up, yo. It's supposed to be a top notch spot. has 20 or so tables. I think they are 8 foots, which is what we play on in JJ. So I'm not feeling weird. And so I've been going through this whole thing of like, man, it's been a. But first, before I go into that, let me say that there are a lot of other people that are gonna go be playing in regional tournaments, like all across APA in different regions, different states, and all that stuff. So good luck to all of you guys, man. I wish you well. I hope you shoot your best. I know there's somebody has to lose, but I hope you shoot well with it. Like I know some people that are going from West Fort Worth that are going. I know Tarrant County is going to another place that is in the north, in the DFW Metroplex. They're going. So good luck to all y'all, man. I hope you guys do well. It would be nice for it to happen to where we can all say like, "Yo, we did it," and then we're all in Vegas together. And then who knows? Maybe I can do the podcast from there. I'll do my darndest to do it. I would make it happen. I would do all that. But I will say with the upcoming regionals, I have been through all of the emotions. I have been through like I've been excited to go. Like when I qualified, it was like, oh, you're really doing this. And then there's some time before you even know where the regionals is going to be held. You have to sit there and wait for an email and all this stuff to give you all these instructions. And so, in that anticipation, and I don't know that I was really anticipating because it's one of those things where it happened on a Saturday and you have that excitement, you take a picture, blah, blah, blah. And then you just go on about your life. You're still playing tournaments, you're still playing leagues, you're still playing all these different things. And then you just shoot and you don't even think about it. And then all of a sudden, you you get an email that says, "Hey, you qualified. Congratulations. Log on, sign up." And I did that, and I was like, "Oh, all right, it's real now." And they tell you the venue. I did the thing. I googled the venue and seen what it was and my time I play, and it was so knowing all of that, it has been like I said, all the emotions. I felt a sense of pride because I finally made it after playing so long and spending so much money on doing this. But then the kind of anxiety comes up because you're like, I'm playing somewhere where I don't know because the track where you're playing teams is you play playoffs out of places that you've already been playing. You play tri clubs in a venue that's familiar. You play cities, it's also familiar and you know all the people there. And then if you win, you go to Vegas, and that's the new place. And so what I did was, well, I mean, full transparency, I have never been to Vegas before, and so when I started playing APA, I said, you know what, I will wait and not go to Vegas until my pool team gets me to Vegas. And so I've been playing as long as I have, to try to get to the point where a team would take me to Vegas. But now I'm like looking at this thing where I'm like, oh, as an individual, I have a chance to punch my own ticket. And so I'm like, do I want that? Or is it like, am I gonna feel like some kind of like, all right, I really wish I would have had my teammates with me, blah blah. But I think that if I win, none of that'll make sense. None of that'll matter. So let's just go with that. Um, so I'm looking forward to this weekend, man. I'm a skill level. It's debatable. Right now, I'm a skill level 3 in 8 ball. I qualified as a 4, so I got to go in and play as a 4, which is fine. I feel like I should be there. And so we were joking today. because we were watching. And so one thing about JJ Dakotas is they are a full bar, so they have two TVs that are totally dedicated to uh, billiards TV. And so we're all sitting around here watching billiards TV, and they were showing a match from 2023, but it was the APA match, and it was a 4 against a 5. But they were playing at a yellow tier, so I don't know if anything has changed since that. Because right now I'm playing as a yellow tier as a 4, but when most of the people that I talk to or whatever, they are higher skill levels because they brought me into the game, and they continue to coach me and encourage me and do all those things. But they were like, "Oh, this is the yellow tier. They just this and that. They're twos and threes." And I was like, you know what? I'm stand up for my yellows. I'm gonna stand up for the yellow crew. And so it was awesome to watch that and kind of be encouraged by that, and know that I don't have to be perfect. Like I don't have to do that. But I will tell you this: I'm feeling all those emotions, but I'm still currently in a league session right now. I'm on 2 teams. Some of y'all can relate. Like I dropped down. I was playing 4 nights. I was playing 4 nights a row at one point because I started liking the game, and then it just became an obsession. I had to get out of that because it was like not healthy. Not in a bad way. It just wasn't healthy. Like just it was nights that I don't know if any of y'all play multiple nights, but it's just certain nights depending on the team makeup. I would not care. I just like let me just show up, pay my money, have fun, talk to my people, and go. But anyway, so as I was talking about this, I was just like, you know, I've been excited, but in my last 2 weeks in these sessions, I have been playing like crap. Like it has been bad. Like I was thinking about all the ways that I could lose, or you can lose in an 8 ball match or a 9 ball match. I mean, 9 ball match, somebody just start running off on you or whatever. They run off. Um, man, I it has been bad. When I say it was days, it's been nights where I've showed up to league and I was like, I don't even want to be here. On Thursday nights, like I said, I'm captaining a team. I'm captaining a team, and I just want to throw matches. Like, but then I looked up and I was like, oh, you don't even have 6 matches, which is what we all know. In APA, we need to qualify to make it to playoffs, whatever. But the way I'm playing, I'm like, I don't even deserve to be in playoffs. That's neither here nor there. However, I was just feeling away. Like I haven't been shooting right. I haven't. I've been missing the. I miss the most. I don't want to say easy, but the shots that you should make that are basically 95% makeable, I have been missing them. And at first, I was like, "Well, you're just trying to do too much. You're doing this. Stop it." Like I went through the gambit of reasons of why. And then sometimes you just have those nights where the person you're playing is better than you. And you know what? That's good. Like sometimes people are just better than you and you just have to let it go. But when I say I've lost on scratching on the 8 ball, early eights, like dumb stuff, it gets frustrating. And then I'm sitting here in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I got this regional tournament coming. I cannot. And it was like, I was just shot. So it's like, I was in a slump. Like I've been in a slump. We've all been in slumps. Everybody's been in slumps. I get it. I get it. Slumps are not like any pool player, anything that you take interest in, any sport, you're gonna go in slump. I don't care if you play spades. You're gonna go in a slump for playing spades. Unless you just that's not neither here nor there. But you're gonna have slumps. Those are okay. And I get it. Like I don't freak out on slumps, but I just happen to get a slump when I'm actually heading to a tournament that could possibly I can make it to Vegas. And then there's other pressure because I know people that are going to Vegas, and I would love to go hang out in Vegas with them. Don't know what you do or how we would do it, but you know, But then again, I know me. If I make it to Vegas, it won't be about a fun time. I'm gonna be there locked in and not want to do nothing, sitting in the room. Yeah, but we've all been in slumps. We've all been in slumps. We've all had them. It's like, and a lot of people say, you just got to shoot out of it. You just got to keep shooting. It's like, yeah, but sometimes I feel like you got to do more than just shoot out of your slump. Sometimes you got to shoot out of your slump. It's rough. I get it. But so what I did was I realized I looked back at what was going on for the last 2 weeks. The last couple of weeks, I hadn't been playing like I've been playing. Like some reason I had just lost the interest or the love of just getting on the table, putting the racquetballs out, and just be getting better and just aiming at shots, like looking at videos, tutorials, like being interested in pool. Like I lost interest in pool for a little bit. And I was like, how do you lose interest when the most important tournament in your amateur fun pool career is coming up? And it just does it. I think we get burned out. And so what I did was I said, you know what? I'm gonna make it a conscious effort that I'm going to shoot. I'm gonna shoot drills. I'm gonna shoot racks. I'm gonna play against my people, and I'm gonna do this for at least 2 hours. You know, days when I'm not working, I can spend 2 to 3 hours and just get lost and just play. But days where I was, it was like I want to be intentional about getting in, shooting a couple of racks, shooting their shots that I was missing, especially my real shots. My real shots and cut shots have been uh, horrific. And if we get into it, there's with real shots, it's always about where you hit the ball in relative where it is on the rail. Is it touching? Is it on the rail? Is it frozen? No. You can always some of your cut shots. Like I found out a lot of stuff about myself in pool. It was like I went to a counselor, and not to say that it cured everything. Like I still miss shots because I'm still, like they said, a yellow tier player. So hopefully I move up colors. Sounds so bad right now. It's Crips and Bloods. But uh we so I started playing again. And then I enlisted some of my friends to play with me. And then like my friends, most of my friends that have me, well, all of my friends that brought me, let me tell you that I have a lot of friends, but my friends that brought me into pool and have, I've been their sparring partners or tackling dummies, as it were. Uh, I just have to give a special shout out to Joseph and Randy and Wally and Danny, them guys, man. We just got on the table and just shot, man. Like I did a lot of racking. I ain't gonna lie. I did a lot of racking. My forearms hurt. My forearms and my thumbs hurt from racking and trying to hold that little triangle together and make sure the ball's tight. Hey, yeah, I did a lot of that. But in that, I found more comfort and I found competition. I also found comfort. And then I also found confidence. And so that was a lot part of it because my a buddy of mine, man, a good friend of mine, Randy, man, and if y'all know him, man, he's an older guy that's probably played a lot more pool than a lot of years that we have lived. He said something to me because I was getting frustrated. Like we were playing and we were about 3 racks in, and I was just I didn't slam my pool cue because it's worth too much money, and I'm gonna talk about that later about the money that we spent on there because I just saw somebody just brought up a Miyuchi that they had been looking for, and we're trying to figure out how much it costs. It was like 1,200. We ain't pocket watching. We kind of honoring it. But anyway, y'all know how much money we spent on this thing. But what he told me struck a nerve with me, and he said, because I told him, I said, man, I just can't make nothing. And then he shot a shot, ran out, and as I was racking or whatever again, because I was racking, he said, you know what? he was like, I'm not no, and this is my boy Randy, so he have a little southern draw. But he said, you know what? You probably missing shots because you don't believe you can make them. He was like, and that's a confidence thing. And he was like, once your confidence is gone, everything is gonna be shaky. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because every time I would sit down, I would sit down or lean down and take a shot, I'd second guess it. And I think if you've played pool, that was the one thing that I said. I was like, I always thought I was a confident person. I always thought that I knew what I was doing. I always thought that I was sure of who I am. I always thought that I knew who I was. But pool will make you second guess yourself every time. And so, yeah, I attribute it to that. And so I took that, I received it. Man, it blessed me. And so I'm looking forward to this is a Monday. I have league on Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm trying to see how that translates. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do well. But at the end of the day, man, we all lose. We all lose. We win, we lose. But when we lose, it's like, did I lose because I scratched 2 times on the 8 ball, which I did a couple of weeks ago? So I'm telling y'all, I've lost every kind of week. But when we lost, did you shoot well? Did you shoot well? Did you make the shot you were supposed to shot? And guess what? Sometimes your your opponent is just shooting better than you, and you just got to give them props. Like it's nothing to get mad about. It's not nothing to question. Oh, they shouldn't be a 4 or they're 5. You should be a 7. You're like, it's not none of that. It's just I missed the shots I should have made. You made the ones that you should have, and that happens. And I would say like this: my friend also told me, and I probably said it on here before. Man, I'm like 22. This is the 22nd episode, so ain't no telling. Uh, what he told me was the saying that we always use is sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Just depending on what it just depends on what night it is. And so I am excited about this weekend. I can't wait to get back on the pod next week and inform y'all how I did. Give you hopefully I can give you play by play on what I on how I shot, whatever. So let me tell you, Richardson, Texas, Wizards, the corner podcast is on the way. We coming through. We in there. We deep in there, baby. We're giving it to you. So yeah. But yeah, just in that and also, you know, I've been doing this podcast for a while and it's been so fun. It's been to get the reactions that I get from the people that are listening, uh, my fellow pool players, people that I know, man, the people that when I see y'all are like, when are you recording this and that? Let me get on the podcast. Let me do this. It means a lot to me. And let me tell you just the way this all came to be, because I'm fairly new to pool in general. APA, BCA, ACS, all of these terms are new to me. Like I would have needed Rosetta Stone to understand what this meant. And one day I'm going to tell you the whole story, unadulterated, of how I got into playing pool. But for now, just know that I'm still fairly new. But the way that this podcast came about was me and my other friends hanging at JJ Dakota's. We sit in a particular spot and we called it the corner. And the corner was where you talked about all things, and a lot of them were I can't even repeat on here without changing this the way the podcast is. It'd probably be marketed for 18 and over, and it would have adult content and all of that stuff. But what I would tell you is this: we this thing started because my guys, my people, we sat around and we talked pool We talked pool strategy. We talked mechanics, but we talked mess too. We talked mess. We talked about who thought they was better than who. We thought who this person, the all the pool gossip that goes around in these leagues and tournaments, especially on the West Side. I don't know about any other. I'd be curious to see some different cities and different counties of how their stuff is. But over here, if you know APA or anything, you're gonna hear these conversations. So we had some conversations last night, and as I was preparing for the podcast, I had a script already ready. But then it's just like you hear stuff, and you're like, you know what? A brother got questions, so I got questions. So let's get it. So my first question is, who honestly believes in the algorithm that does the skill levels in APA? Because I think that since I started playing, regardless of who's been the operator, division reps, or what league reps, whatever for APA, that's always been a question of, I was told that the algorithm takes your top 20 matches and it's based on XYZ. Everybody's always like, who uh people taking unnecessary timeouts because they're like, oh, they're just trying to keep them down to a three so that they don't move up, or they don't want to move up, so they're gonna take a timeout. Uh, what else? I mean, the way they even throw, the way that people play, like people watch you play, and they're like, oh, all of a sudden now you can just make all these balls. You're just trying to get your innings up. Yeah, innings and timeouts, because that's what uh, I've heard that this thing has always been about. But then I thought about it. I was like, okay, innings and timeout, I get it. My very first, my very first tri cup, triannual, played nine ball, played somebody, beat them really good. I think it was like 16-4, 15-5. Don't know. Uh, I moved up from a 3 to a 4 in a day, and I had played an entire session and never moved up. So it's like, so was I on the verge? So was I at 19 matches, and all of a sudden that was 20, and that moved me up? Like I've seen it as recently as people that were a one. I got a friend that's a one. Shout out to my silent partner. Uh, she was a one and made two or three balls in tri cups and moved up to a two in the same tournament. So like, so this is my thing: is the algorithm real? Like, is there some way we can get a is there some way we can get a tutorial? Like, can we get something like a graphic? Can we get a lunch and learn from APA on how scoring works? Because I think we have these. Because I've heard all these things, like, and you've heard them too. We're like, oh, that's how such and such captain keeps their players down skill level because they take all of their timeouts. And then on their last timeout or one timeout, they go over there and tell them to start missing balls. So isn't that sandbagging? I don't know. I mean, when does that's going to be another episode. When does sandbagging become strategic? Mm. But anyway, but what I'm saying is, so this whole skill level thing, we talked about it. They're like, everybody that's new that comes in the league comes in as a three, but then you got those people that are new to APA. They come in as a three, they play a couple of matches, and then they jump and move up to a five. How does that happen? Or they move to a six? Like, I literally have seen it happen. So we have to question, like, is the algorithm a unicorn? I don't know, but I've had it explained to me several ways. I've witnessed it play out. I've watched myself be 75% in nine ball, still move down to a three for weeks. for weeks and have been over 50%, been over there, been winning, da da da. Stay to 3. And me, because I'm somewhat confident, I'm not gonna play another 2 or 3 and be like, oh, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, because I've, most well, my stats say 78% of the time I'm winning. So uh, I like to be let it know, and that's the worst thing you could do to somebody is that when you know in your heart you feel like your skill level is above that, and I get it. Consistency matters. So before anybody say, "Well, you could be good for one game, but you're not consistent," I get that, but consistency does matter. I'm acknowledging that. So for all the consistency rooters, I got that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is that there has to be another explanation to some of this stuff, and I think it would be good that if we could just understand, hey, this is how it works. These are the metrics that go into it. And I think that would explain a lot. But that doesn't happen. But, you know, so that's my rant on skill levels right now. I could probably do a whole hour on that. Especially if I had somebody else on it with me. But then another thing that happened in the corner or around the corner is that I, I like to talk to a lot of pool players, and we all have shared conversations and stuff. How are y'all pool players out here remembering every match y'all play? How do you remember every ball you shot or missed? How do you remember what what shot so and so made, and if they would have done this or missed that? How do y'all remember that? I can't. I I know I'm a little old, but I can't remember that. Like so much stuff happens when I'm playing pool, when I'm shooting pool. And y'all are remembering, oh man, I had the 8, not the 8, but I had the like I was on the 5, and then his 13 was in the way, and I went to the left a little bit, but oh, he rattled this, and then she banked that shot. I don't know how she banked it, but when she banked it, she rattled the 8. How do y'all remember all of this stuff without pictures? Without like, is it that serious? Like I remember it for that night, but I'm talking about when y'all remember it a week later or years later. I had a guy last night was talking about matches that happened way, way long ago. Like it was the first league operator that was running the league when he was talking about these matches. And I was like, dude, I love pool too. I do it. How do you remember that? Like there are certain times where I'll look at a table and if one of my teammates is playing, I would take a picture of the table just to see where the balls were. And so later I could be like, hey, why did you choose that shot or whatever? But for myself, I can tell you that I missed. I can be like, you know what? I played horrible. I scratched on the ball. But to go back and do a whole commentary on to do a whole commentary on what shots somebody made versus what shots I didn't make, I would not even be able to do that. But kudos to you guys. This is how much we love pool. This is how much. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's similar, but I don't know if it's to the extent, man. I think it's just different. Oh yeah, I really do. I think it's different, and it makes it all kind of. It makes it really fun. But I hope you're going home and getting some sleep and not just dreaming about the shots that you missed or the shots that you made. Like either way, it's kind of nasty. Kind of nasty work. But again, other conversations on the corner. So a lot of us play both APA. We also play BCA tournaments, and then we also play ACS leagues. And so we were just sitting around here talking, but something came up on APA because APA, if you play APA, and I'm not singling out one side, no one whatever or another, I just got questions. I had two questions. So here's one question that came up. We so on Monday and Tuesdays is quote unquote a destination league. So we pay $2 more to play eight ball. They've already raised fees. That's fine. Inflation. Everything's going up. Cost of bread, cost of butter, milk, it all go up. But they raised it a couple of sessions ago, a year or two ago, to an extra $2. Now you're saying $2 don't mean anything. Spend that on shut up. I know. But what we're saying is we playing it on a destination league. I wasn't playing APA when they were still having tournaments in Hawaii. We call it the Hawaii. Like even the divisions called Aloha. I can't speak that, but they are named after that those divisions. So then they call them a destination league. And so if you get first in this, you automatically go to this tournament, and the grand prize is going to Hawaii to play in the tournament in Hawaii. I think most people go to go get their tan on, go whatever. So, but what's going on right now is they don't have the tournament in Hawaii anymore. There is no like that tournament is not happening as regular as it should be. So our question is, why are we playing why are we paying the extra $2 for that? Again, I stopped playing Monday and Tuesdays, not just because of that, but it was like if that's the draw and nothing is happening at the end, and I still end up in the same tournaments that are going to lead me to Vegas, why am I paying this extra amount of money when I'm already paying, so much money towards APA? And so we're like, okay, why not just make it those two nights a cash money league and say, look, the extra $2 or whatever go in to the perk of being it's all about cash. I got that. That's dope. We can do that. But to call it a Hawaii league, to call it a destination league, and there is no destination, and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll pay for you, but we know how it is. There's 8 people on the team. If we're going to a destination, this ain't like 8 fraternity brothers or sorority sisters that's going. It's just 8 people. Most people got a lot of people that play APA got spouses. They got this thing. Like, call it what it is. Like, it feels almost like a money grab. But you talk about, you're like, it's just $2. It ain't just $2 from just me. It's $2 from the 5 people or 10 people that play on Monday and Tuesdays. And so it was just a conversation we had in the corner, man. We got questions. We got questions. I still got questions. I got more questions. One of my last questions for the night is, hey, so we got a captain's tournament coming up. Captain Straight to Vegas tournament coming up. And I just asked the question because I'm a captain now on Thursday. One of the reasons why I became a captain was, hey, I felt like I was responsible enough to handle it logistically, money, the blah blah blah. But one of the perks is, hey, somebody picked me up to play on the captain's tournament because previously there was a role for a co-captain. And I got made a co-captain some 2 sessions ago, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice." So if a co-captain tournament come up, I can play. Nice. Now, it's kind of prestigious to be in that, to be held in that regard. I like it. This tournament comes up, this Straight to Vegas for captain, and it says, "Oh, you have to be a captain for 2 sessions." I understand that you have to. I get it, and I get the heart behind the rule. So from what I know is it's done that way is because they don't want somebody to just as a three, a brand new person who is really not a three, who's been playing probably BCA and all these tournaments coming in, and they're a three, and they probably done sandbagged all their way through a whole session and never won, but they can be a captain to play. I get the conspiracy theories. I get the full hat. I get it. Get it. My question was, hey, is there a way? It wasn't even is there a way, but it was a hey, maybe that's something worth looking at. I don't know who does the rules, who does the criteria, who does the prerequisites for whatever. It was a question of, hey, Is there a way to look at it? Because you got some people that are threes. Because from what I've known since I've been in APA, people have made threes captain just to play in the captain's tournaments. And this has been since I just started, because there are some threes that are playing captain's tournament. There are some threes that are captains right now that are legit threes. They've been playing in APA for a long time. But they are there so that those 7 and 8s can play on the tournament in the tournament and be a team. And that's all part of it. Like, people ask threes to be captain. Now, that don't mean they a captain, they giving timeouts and they doing all this. That just means they're a captain in name, a captain in it's NIL, name, image, and likeness. That's when they're a captain. They already know they're not calling the shots. I've seen captains call another player to be like, hey, so-and-so need a timeout. Again, my question was, is there a way where a bylaw could be maybe examined or rewritten and say, look, you could be a captain, you could be a 3, or you could be a 4 and below as a captain for one session if you have a minimum of these many matches, meaning you're an established player. Like, you're not new, you ain't coming in here just to play in a captain's tournament, just to get qualified for that. It was, again, I got questions. If I get answers, I might not get the answers, but I'm still going to ask questions. Again, I love, like my boy Danny say. I love shooting pool. I love playing tournaments. I love playing league. All of them. But I got questions, man. And I didn't even get into all the questions that I wanted to get into tonight. Like, I'm looking at my time right now. I'm going in. But like, next episode, I'm gonna be talking about shiesty tournament operators. Yeah, you know who you are. I'm gonna be talking about these guys that's coming and playing in these Fargo tournaments. That's a high Fargo, and they ain't telling nobody. But I don't know if it's on them or it's on the people running the tournament. If you run into Fargo, look that Fargo up. It is what it is. But hey, this is what we do on the corner, man. We just have a good time. We love it. Man, you guys are the best. Let's keep this going, man. Again, if you got any questions, comment on when you see the YouTube link, Spotify, comment. If you want to email me and just ask if there's a topic we want to talk about, if you got something you need to share, go on to AskDacorner @gmail.com. AskTheCorner@gmail.com, man. Send me an email. I mean, a lot of y'all know me. Hit me up when you see me out. Like T.I. said, when you see me in the street, sorry you don't know me, but you all do know me. But we love it. I love you guys, man. It has been a pleasure. Stay blessed, man. Stay peaceful. Have a good time, man. Smile. Enjoy your game. Get better. Get that new cue you want. Get that tip you've been talking about. Pause. But enjoy, man. Love, love, love. Let's go.
Yo. You are now tuning in the corner with JJ Dakota. Come on. The corner. The corner. The corner, Let me take you on a trip through the past. Let me take you where the cool kids be at. Let me take you where you won't wanna leave. The corner of love, the corner of peace. The corner, the